And in the studio is the man they call the German Prince of New Orleans piano. Thomas Gerdiken is here to tell us about his concert to benefit the New Orleans Musicians Clinic.
All right.
If you ever come back to my door, knock upon the door, well, you will see that I will never be back no more, 'cause I know. Well, you can't fight, that ain't no lie. I'm so glad that I know now. Well, you can't fight, that ain't no lie.
All right, Thomas Gerdiken, the German Prince of New Orleans music. How did you get that title?
Well, in Germany I was always asked, what music do you do on stage? And so I came on the idea to combine it with a thing that James Booker did. He was called the Piano Prince of New Orleans, and so these things started.
There you go.
And who do you have playing with you this morning?
Excuse me, what?
On the bongos.
I have not understood.
I'm sorry. That's okay. We'll get names later. Good morning,
We'll find a translator
everyone.
for Sally.
And welcome to the second hour of the Eyewitness Morning News for this Friday, November 26th.
All right.
Nobody running, nobody gunning. I'm a pretty, pretty big G, all dressed in green. Oh, pretty, pretty big G, y'all know what I mean. I remember that morning, I remember well. Say who was in the highland, say who cut handle it, oh who could it be, who cut handle it, Mardi Gras morning.
All right, a little bit of real New Orleans in, and we have the Prince, the German Prince of New Orleans music at the piano.
Thank you.
Tell you more about that and all kinds of good stuff coming up.
All righty. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Eyewitness Morning News for this Friday, November 26th.
We also have some more music from pianist Thomas Gerdiken and friends. He's got a CD out, and I'll tell you what, you play all kinds of Fats Domino and Dave Bartholomew music on it.
Yes, a lot of these things, and also a lot of from James Booker here from New Orleans.
Very
because
good.
I was always a fan from him.
All right, start playing, and we'll cut this show short and get back to the next hour.
Well, heaven please, send to all mankind, well, understanding, baby, and peace of mind. And if it's not asking too much, baby, Lord, won't you please send me someone, baby, to love. Lord, awake at night to find the world is full of trouble, baby. You know my answer, baby, is always the same. I let the breathe this world to a horrible scene. Well, hate has gone up on the world in a flame. In a flame, yeah.
Wow.
Thomas
wow,
Gerdiken.
wow.
Very good.
And friends. Well, without his friends right now, but on the piano. And you know what amazes me is because when I watched the concert with Keith Urban last night in the middle of the Saints game, I mean, he speaks with a very thick Australian accent, but sings just, you know, without any accent. And Thomas has an accent, a German accent,
but not when you sing.
Yeah, it's just great.
Thank you very much.
I like that.
All right.
Then I know that's Spanish. What is it?
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to remember my German. All I can think of is Ich habe das Windschutzschieben, bitte.
Oh, very good.
That means clean my windshield, please.
You only got a very slight accent.
Very slight. Good morning once again. Thanks for joining us for this last hour of the Eyewitness Morning News.
We're going to have some more great music from Thomas Gerdiken of Germany, and he's going to tell us about the benefit concert he's performing today for the New Orleans Musicians Clinic.
And then we are glad to have Galatoire's in the kitchen this morning. All right, coming up next, we'll meet the man who's called the German Prince of New Orleans piano music.
Piano. You said that with a German accent?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Thomas Gerdiken is here. Stay tuned.
We always love to hear how New Orleans music touches people all over the world. It was when a young boy, pianist Thomas Gerdiken, was first bitten by the New Orleans music bug. Now he is known as the German Prince of New Orleans piano, and he's in the city taking part in a benefit today for the New Orleans Musicians Clinic and to deliver proceeds from a CD, a benefit CD, released in Germany this month. This is the CD. This is the CD right here. Along with him, Robin Williams, the director of the New Orleans Jazz Institute out at UNO. And this really is pretty cool because it really does help out New Orleans musicians and New Orleans music.
Definitely. Thomas is here, and we're very happy to help him organize his visit to New Orleans. He's going to be releasing his CD tonight at the Urban Mayfield's Jazz Playhouse concert at 5 p.m. And
over the Royal Sonesta then? At
the Royal Sonesta.
Yeah. And which is a great little venue.
It's terrific. It's just you have to get there early.
And Urban will be there?
I think Urban will be there tonight.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, he'll be making a presentation to Thomas. But the proceeds from this particular In the Spirit of New Orleans CD, which features gospel singers, joyful, here from New Orleans. It was recorded last April, and so he will be releasing it today. And also, you know, all the proceeds are going to be going towards New Orleans organizations such as the Saturday Music School with the Jazz Institute, Guardians Institute for the Young Mardi Gras Indian Culture, New Orleans Musicians Clinic. I mean, he's really a benevolent angel.
And I'm looking at a lot of the music on your CD. It's all, for the most part, all New Orleans music. It's some Fats Domino, some Dave Bartholomew, all kinds of stuff. And but you were influenced when you were a kid by who?
Well, I was influenced by all the musicians here from New Orleans, the piano players especially. So the first touch I got was with James Booker, because when I was 13 years old, I had the great pleasure in my hometown to see a concert of James Booker. But I was very young, so I was not allowed to go in, so I had to ask my father, and he accompanied me. And it was great to see James Booker, because when he came on stage, he looked like a gangster. But when he was But when he was sitting on the piano, it was like God was in the house. So the whole thing started, and I'm still involved in these things. And also, as Robin said, when I was first time here, I was here for the 80th anniversary of Fats Domino in 2008.
Yep.
And it was a great pleasure to get to know to all my heroes, as Dr. John Cleary, Randy Newman. But the other thing was the tragedy after Katrina I saw. So this made me, so I made the decision to take part in these projects to
help out.
Yes, to help the musicians.
And then when you were a child, when did you start playing the piano, and when did you start trying to get that New Orleans sound?
Well, I started playing piano when I was 7 years old, and I was educated in classical piano. And I started with these New Orleans things. I started with these after this concert of James Booker, was 13 years old. But I was also educated as a classical piano player and as a classical opera singer. So these things all combined. So you see in me, you see a lot of German, all this classical tradition.
Yeah. But when you sing, you really don't hear the German accent. It's great.
Thank you very much.
All right. You can hear more of Thomas Gerdiken's music at Urban Mayfield's Jazz Playhouse at the Royal Sonesta Hotel today. It's a free concert. It's from 5 till 8 p.m. Also, there's a fundraiser for the New Orleans Musicians Clinic, so donations are encouraged, and you can buy a CD. And a little later in the program, Thomas will be playing for us. What are you going to do for us today?
Well, let me say one thing, what is very important. For the concert tonight, we also will bring the young talent from New Orleans, the next generation on stage. So we have, like we have in your show, we have Brian on drums, and because I think it's very important to transport the New Orleans music to the next generation.
All right,
and so this will show tonight.
All right, so we'll have you play a little on the way out. Anyway, a little later, as we said, we'll hear a performance from Thomas. All right, coming up next, we'll be back more in the kitchen with Brian Lander from Galatoire's. Stay right there.
Now it's time
short
for
day on the Wall Street today.
It's time for some music now.
And Thomas Gerdiken, the German Prince of New Orleans music and friends, and you got a bunch of people with you today. All right, what are you playing for us?
Well, we will play Something You Got, and we'll have the joyful gospel choir In the Spirit of New Orleans gospel choir, and Brian on drums and Baba on congas.
All right, take it away.
Brian's only 11 years old on drums.
Okay.
Baby, something you get,
something you got,
make the work go on.
Work on up.
Oh, baby, something you get,
something you got,
make me bring home my pay.
Bring home my pay.
Oh, baby, something you get,
something you got.
Oh, well, you ought to know, baby.
You ought to know.
I said, my, whoa, I love you so. Oh, baby, something you get,
something you got,
make the work go on.
work on up.
Oh, baby, something you get,
Something you got,
keep me happy all the time.
happy all the time.
Oh, baby, something you get,
Something you got,
well, you ought to know, baby.
you ought to know.
I said, my, whoa, I love you so. Well, it's something you get,
Something you got,
keep me home every night.
home every night.
Well, something you good,
Something you got,
make everything alright.
thing all right.
Oh, baby, something you good,
Something you got,
well, you ought to know, baby.
you ought to know.
I said, my, whoa, I love you so. I said, my, whoa, I love you so. Last time, I said, my, oh, I love you so. I really love you so.
All right, we're closing out the show with more of the German Prince of New Orleans piano. You got a show tonight at Irvin Mayfield's Club over the Royal Sonesta, and that's free. Is it free to get in?
Yes.
But donations are encouraged because all the money goes to
To the New Orleans Musician Clinic.
Okay,
for
very good.
benefit.
Well, we're gonna
what are y'all
close
singing
out.
for us? What are y'all singing for us?
Well, I will do one of your favorites. It's a Fats Domino classic.
That's
I'm
going to be
Walking,
great.
But in a very soulful version.
All right.
Well, I'm a walking